Reporting from San Ignacio Town with the 9 o'clock news, I am Angelique Zetina. In the headlines, a cattle auction planned for next month in Spanish Lookout. Belize Tourism Board offers scholarships for tourism studies, and police investigate murder in Keecocker Village. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages.
That deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions. Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
If you're planning a renovation, landscaping, or construction project, Builders Hardware can supply just about anything you need to get the job done. Garden equipment and supplies, hand tools, bathroom supplies and accessories, power tools, kitchen accessories, lights, plumbing supplies, doors and windows, home and auto paint supplies. No one understands your project requirements better than we do. Come visit us on Constitution Drive in Belmopan. Call us at 822-0501 or 822-1071. At Builders Hardware, we have everything you need right when you need it. Quality, variety, quantity, and service with a smile. Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Here now is the news in details. The calendar of activities for the September celebrations is out. The hard copy of the calendar is begun circulating on Tuesday and is available at various locations around the country. Communications and Marketing Officer for the National Institute of Culture and History, Holly Edgell, spoke with TNC News about this year's September celebrations calendar.
Doing things a little differently this year due to Hurricane Earl. Instead of having the usual event of going out to St. George's Key on the 28th or the last Sunday in August, we're not going to do that this year because of damages due to Hurricane Earl. So what we're going to do to launch the calendar of events, September celebrations this year, is there will be a broadcast message from the Honorable Minister Elodio Aragon. He will address the nation on television and radio, and that will be the official launch. Thereafter, we are going to continue more or less as usual with the whole slate of events in Cayo, in Belize, north, south, east, west, at San Pedro, and our calendar of events is out now for people to find out what's going on.
What are the highlights of the September celebrations that Niche would like the people to particularly know about?
Well, it's interesting because if you look through, there's really something for everyone. You know, there are going to always be those favorite events, whether you live in Benque, San Ignacio, Santa Elena, Orange Walk, or Belize City. But of course, you know, we really see a lot of people who love coming to the Panyard concert. We see, of course, Carnival, Juve, all these big ones, King and Queen. This year, Miss Belize is happening on September 10th night at the Bliss at 7 p.m., and we have several great candidates from the Cayo district that are going to be representing the Cayo, different parts of the Cayo district in that pageant. So these are just a few, and of course, there's all kinds of other events that Niche is not directly responsible for, but the National Celebrations Commission has partnered with other organizations to put on a whole host of events that people can take advantage of. And, you know, if you had all the time in the world, you could simply go from town to town, right? You could go to as many as you like, but most of us have to pick and choose, and the calendar is a great way to plan your participation in September.
Where can the public get a copy of the September celebrations calendar?
Sure. So we distributed the calendars around the country yesterday afternoon and evening, and the town councils are the ones that receive the packages of calendars. So I would check with your town council, check with your House of Culture. In addition, we've posted on our niche Facebook page, we posted the entire calendar. We posted that on Monday, so if people come to our page and scroll down, they'll see them, as well as on the Houses of Culture for the different municipalities. So those are two ways you can get that. If you are coming to Belize City, we have them at the niche office. You'll find them in the banks. You'll find them at the museum, at Bliss, at House of Culture, Government House, and a variety of other businesses. So we try to make it as easy as possible, and if all else fails and you can't find one, you can call the niche office at 227-0811, and we'll try to help you locate one.
The theme for this year's September celebrations is Sovereign and Strong Together as One. Police in Keekalker Village are investigating an overnight murder. The victim has been identified as 51-year-old Jennifer Coleman. Police have not yet provided details on the incident, but reports are that the homicide happened late last night on Aventura Street in the village. Information received says that Coleman, who lived alone, was attacked inside of her home and that her throat had been cut. She succumbed to her injuries sustained shortly after the attack. A source in the village tells TNC 10 that one suspect is in custody as police investigate the shocking murder. Belize continues to recover from Hurricane Earl, which made landfall on the night of August 3rd and caused millions of dollars in damage. Today, the Caribbean news agency, CANA, is reporting that the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility has made a payout of $261,073 to the government of Belize under its excess rainfall insurance policy. The payout, according to news agency, stems from the damage caused by heavy rains that affected the country due to the passage of Hurricane Earl. Belize purchased excess rainfall coverage for the first time for the 2016 to 2017 policy year, which began on June 1st, and molded rain landfall index loss determined from the level of Hurricane Earl's rainfall was greater than the deductible on the country's excess rainfall policy, and as a result, the policy was triggered. The regional report notes that as part of its disaster risk management program, Belize also has a tropical cyclone or hurricane policy with the Caribbean Catastrophe Risk Insurance Facility, which is based on molded losses due to wind and storm surge. However, the losses from wind and storm surge due to the Hurricane Earl were below the policy attachment point as selected by the government, and therefore, the country's tropical cyclone policy was not triggered. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's story for you right after these messages.
If you would like to become a sponsor of any of our programs, including live broadcasts, sporting events, the news, the garden show, and others, call the TNC 10 office during normal working hours, or you can reach us at any time via email. TNC 10, taking television in Belize to the next level, offering full high-definition programming seen nowhere else in Belize.
Make sure you cut this riverside good now. Knuckles down, I want it. And make sure I go see the river straight from the house And I want one nicely area where we could picnic, you know. Then when you're done, you could start on the hill over there, so. See, I want it clean, clean, clean. So we could plant.
Yes, Pa.
Hey neighbor, I hear correct? You the peel by the riverside and over the up on that hill? Man, that will happen to you. You don't know about soil erosion? You don't know it's important for left one leaf buffer by the riverside with some trees and some shrubs?
Buffer for what?
Buffer for what? Boy, you see what they do? When it rain or when it dry, the soil wash away or turn loose, and wash away right into the river and cause pollution. And if the soil wash away, then you will lose some land too. And that the same thing on the hillside. When the rain cause the roots and the trees and the grass not there for hold the soil together, it just wash right down and come by your house like one landslide.
What? For true?
Yes, man, I know I tell you no lie.
And how you know this?
From the Department of the Environment people, when they may come inspect one illegal dump.
Oh, I may think them people only look for them big resort. I never know that they look for all of that.
Oh yes, man. They look for everything for the environment. Watch ya. They only help with take care of things, you know. But that we fit take care of things. Cause when things happen, that all of we get affected. Remember where they say happen? Why Kendall Bridge gone? That mistake of all of them big tree were cut down and drop into the river. You want it happen again? Alright.
Help us protect the environment and our lives.
Wondering what it feels like to be in the clouds? Then let's go on an exciting tour and experience a great new adventure. TNH Tours Belize offers a variety of horseback riding combined with caving, canoeing, and personalized tours. Enjoy pristine jungle canopies, caves, and magnificent views. Tour safely with our licensed tour guides and professional horsemen. For a memorable tour in the heart of Belize's natural heritage, come to TNH Tours. For more information, contact us at tnhtoursbelize.com or call 667-8884 or 600-1293. Thanks for choosing TNH Tours Belize.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. Earlier in the newscast, we told you about a risk insurance payout for Belize in the wake of Hurricane Earl. Today, Norwegian Cruise Line announced that it has contributed $100,000 to the hurricane relief effort. According to a release, Norwegian Cruise Line's Senior Vice President of Destination and Strategic Development, Colin Murphy, handed over the check to the Director General of the Belize Red Cross, Lily Bowman, on Friday. As she expressed thanks for the contribution, Bowman announced that the donation will allow the Belize Red Cross to assist at least 170 more families as they recover from the effects of Hurricane Earl. It is not listed on the calendar of activities for the September celebrations, but while most Belizeans will be marching up and down on the 10th, there will be an important event taking place in Spanish Lookout. It is a live auction and some of the finest cattle breeds will be on the action block. Mena Reimer, who managed KR Ranch in Spanish Lookout, is one of the participants of the auction and spoke with TNC News about next month's event.
This ranch has been in operation for over 40 years. The last 10 years we have focused more on breeding stock.
I look at the bulls and I notice that they are not like others that I've seen around the country. How do you get your animals to look this good?
Well, it's a combination of of the best genetics that we have been able to find, and management. We manage our herd carefully, and also nutrition plays a big part. We have an auction planned for September 10. It's next month. It will be at the Iguana Creek, right across the river. Currently we have planned 15 bulls to be selling there, different sizes and ages, and also a number of pregnant heifers. So for the farmers looking to increase, there's a very good opportunity to buy some females, and probably be selling a few horses too for the.
What would be my budget if I wanted to acquire one of these animals?
Well, you'll probably be looking to spend upwards of $4,000. I'm expecting them to be around 6 and up. Depends on the size and the quality of the animal.
When it comes to the auction in September, who gets to take part and who gets to buy any of the animals that will be on sale?
Well, sir, we have advertised, and we hope everybody who's interested in a bull will come out. Last year we had farmers from all over the country, even from Guatemala. Since there's been such a demand for bulls, we feel like an auction is the best place for everybody to get a chance, and the buyer decides the price. So this is a excellent place for the small farmer to buy their genetics.
So it's not like anybody will have a leg up, so to speak, in getting an animal?
No, sir. There's no reserve bid. There is no minimum bid. It's everybody has a fair shot. It's a completely level playing field. Anybody can come and place their bid, and the buyers decide the price. So we'll see how it goes.
Why the need for an auction?
We are a group of farmers that are trying to make an impact, and we want to help the small farmers develop and improve their genetics. And there has been a large demand for our bulls, and as the price has gone up, we felt that it would be the best way to share with everybody and get the price right. If at an auction we can, the buyers decide the price, and we felt like this would be the best way for everybody to come together and get their fair share of the bulls.
Breeding stock auction is scheduled to start at 9 o'clock in the morning on September 10th at the Coral at Iguana Creek in Spanish Lookout. Belize's foray into the CONCACAF Champions League for the current tournament has not gone well so far. TNC's Misael Gonzalez has a recap of the latest game played on Tuesday night in Mexico.
The Estadio Hidalgo in Pachuca, Mexico was the venue last night for the second game for Police United in the 2016-2017 Scotiabank CONCACAF Champions League. The Belize team played well for the first half of the game, keeping Pachuca off the scoreboard for the first 62nd minute of the ball game. All of this was due largely to the outstanding performance of Keith Allen, the star goalkeeper for the Police United, who stopped various attempts at goal by Pachuca. And the first goal was scored in the 62nd minute by Eric Aguirre. At the 79th minute, Pachuca's Irving Lozano shook the net a second time to give the Mexican team a 2-0 advantage. The third and final goal of the game was scored in 86th minute by Jonathan Urretavizcaya. With their second defeat in a row, Police United is now mathematically out of contention to advance to the quarterfinals. The home games for Police United will be played at the FFB Stadium in Belmopan, with the first match scheduled for September 13th at 6 p.m. against the Mexican team Pachuca. The second game against Olimpia of Honduras will be played on September 29th. Reporting for TNC Sports, I am Misael Gonzalez.
In other sporting news, TNC 10 will be carrying Premier League games this weekend from the Isidoro Beaton Stadium on Saturday night and the Norman Broster Stadium in San Ignacio Town on Sunday afternoon. This is the news on TNC. Stay tuned for a look at the weather right after these messages.
If you're planning a renovation, landscaping, or construction project, Builders Hardware can supply just about anything you need to get the job done. Garden equipment and supplies, hand tools, bathroom supplies and accessories, power tools, kitchen accessories, lights, plumbing supplies, doors and windows, home and auto paint supplies. No one understands your project requirements better than we do. Come visit us on Constitution Drive in Belmopan. Call us at 822-0501 or 822-1071. At Builders Hardware, we have everything you need right when you need it. Quality, variety, quantity, and service with a smile. Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Who said that deals only happen once a year or only on special occasions? Walk into any one of our central TV and internet offices to get free installation, free modems, and free MyTV subscriptions. Visit us whether you're in Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, or Benque, or give us a call toll-free at 0800 Cable TV. Central TV and Internet. Bundle and save.
Bundle and save. Central TV and Internet.
Generally unstable conditions continue to be dominating factors in our weather. Here is the forecast for Thursday. At the weather with information provided by forecaster Catherine Cumberbatch at the Belize Weather Bureau. To end the news, here are the headlines again. Cattle auction planned for next month in Spanish Lookout. Belize Tourism Board offers scholarships for tourism students, and police investigate murder in Keecocker Village. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Thank you for joining us. I am Angelique Zetina. Have a good evening and a good night.